The JCPOA had gifted the Iranian regime $150 billion, which was used to fund terrorism, missile development, hostage-taking, and continued human rights abuses against the Iranian people.
سخنگوی وزارت خارجه آمریکا: رژیم ایران مسئول تروریسم در تمامی 5 قاره جهان است.
Hello, I'm Jeraline Griffith, a spokesperson for the U.S. Department of State based in Dubai, and this is U.S. policy on Iran sanctions explained. The Iranian regime is responsible for assassinations on 5 continents, unjustly detains foreigners, including Americans, and in just the last 2 years has conducted large-scale conventional attacks against Saudi oil facilities and an Iraqi base hosting U.S. and coalition forces. The regime has also been caught red-handed building a covert nuclear weapons program, threatening the United States and our allies around the world. In May of 2018, the United States made the decision to exit the Iran nuclear deal, or Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. In addition to paving the way for the world's leading sponsor of terrorism to eventually obtain a nuclear weapon, the JCPOA had gifted the Iranian regime $150 billion, which was used to fund terrorism, missile development, hostage-taking, and continued human rights abuses against the Iranian people. President Trump directed his administration to immediately begin the process of reimposing the sanctions that were in place before the adoption of the JCPOA, and to implement a campaign of maximum pressure to deny Tehran the resources necessary to conduct its malign activities, and force the regime to negotiate a new, more effective deal.
America will not be held hostage to nuclear blackmail. We will not allow American cities to be threatened with destruction, and we will not allow a regime that chants death to America to gain access to the most deadly weapons on earth.
In August 2020, Secretary Pompeo announced that the U.S. would restore virtually all UN sanctions against the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Our message is very, very simple. The United States will never allow the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism to freely buy and sell planes, tanks, missiles, and other kinds of conventional weapons. These UN sanctions will continue the arms embargo.
And in September 2020, a new executive order was signed by President Trump, granting the Secretary of State and Secretary of Treasury sanctions authorities to respond to Iran's dangerous conventional arms activities. Together, these sanctions have deprived the Iranian regime of over $70 billion in revenue that could have been used to finance the violent actions of regional and international terror networks.